I love this controller. Switch controller has served me for the past 5 years with Nintendo system. It has a lot of new features during that time such as NFC and HD Rumble. HD Rumble made implementing haptic feedback a lot easier for game developer. There is also gyroscope that tunes so well for Nintendo exclusive game. Wing wing, not so much with third-party developer. Unfortunately, it also has some drawback, particularly in durability department due to design flaw. Switch Pro controller, in my personal opinion, is the easiest controller to repair out of any other controller in the market. Being Nintendo controller also means it has a lot of third-party spare part. This right bumper button already double clicking, which drives me crazy. Common occurrence with rubber dome. I much prefer it just be that rather than double clicking, because double clicking make you keep using an annoying controller. So I got third-party spare part from Lazada, bought it from China, took few days. However, interestingly, you can see this ribbon cable is gold or most likely gold plus copper plated. If I bought second ribbon, I might test if the ribbon stand the soldering iron, but I won't take the risk for this one because I seldom use this controller now. Additionally, I also bought a new set of silicone membrane. For this video, I want to compare how much different between a cheap third party to original spare part. So let's open it, and this is the only part that I need to deal with. So just remove the bumper button. I did some modification to increase the length of the bumper shaft, but in the end it doesn't solve the actual problem, so I need to remove this part. Using rotary tool, I cut back all excess plastic back to original. For the trigger button, it is a lot easier using tweezer. You want to remove the shaft, then you can remove the trigger. For comparison, original actually using carbon pad, while the cheap third party is using a metal pad. I'm not sure the endurance of the ribbon cable, but I believe it is much better than scratchable carbon. So now I just remove the rest of the button together with the silicone membrane. Because the ribbon cable was glued to the body and it's just a thin layer of materials, I just fit the new one on top of the original. The silicone and the button should hold the cable in place, plus it also has pointy shaft for the alignment. Once that's done, I'll install the silicone membrane and proceed to install the button cap. For the connection, I just tuck the original to the side as long as it's not folded too much. It should still work if I want to change back in the future. Just remember to clip it to lock it in place. Now, we just assemble everything back in reverse. I also changed the battery, cost me about $5, but for this one, I get the original battery because I never saw a good durability with third-party battery in any devices. Before screwing everything else, let's do a quick test. For Nintendo controller, using Steam probably the easiest way to connect. Then going to gamepad tester. The button is currently working just fine. It doesn't double click anymore. But in return, I feel the new membrane switch is a bit stiffer than the original. I don't see any thickness difference between the original and third-party silicone. Perhaps the new membrane is stretchier than original. The stiffness is actually not that bad, it's just slightly heavier, which you will not notice unless you compare it side by side. So that's it. I'm surprised that a cheap third-party spare part looks way better than the original. I always has impression that using original is the best way to repair electronics, but today Nintendo design just doesn't work so well with me. Thank you, and if you like this video, please like and subs because it really helps my channel, and see you again. Ciao.